It all began on a Tuesday night. Not unlike the hundreds of other Tuesday nights that had come before. It had been 5 months since I'd seen the world through anything other than the bottom of a bottle. And even longer since I'd been to the bottom of a case. I gazed into the night. The city lights shimmering like cheap jewelry at an Italian wedding. LA, Hollywood, Alphabetville. The sleazy home of countless appositives, expletives, and other grammatical errors. Below my window, a lone gerund staggered down the sidewalk. A conjunction huddled over an open sewer grate. A gang of adjectives played keep away from an intransitive verb. The city was falling apart. Faster than a leper on a tilt-a-whirl. There wasn't a damn thing I could do to stop it. So I poured myself another drink. And that's when I heard a long-forgotten at the door. There's nobody home.
Jake Webster.
I said there's nobody home.
Jake, I know you're in there.
Leave me alone, I tell you.
Jake, open the door, please.
Just leave me alone.
Jake, please, I need your help.
We all need help, fella.
Jake, open the door. Jake! Look, Jake, it's me. T.
Yeah, I know who you are. It was T. A letter I once knew a long time ago. In Alphabetville.
I think someone's trying to kill me, Jake.
Some guy's got all the luck.
I'm not kidding around. Somebody wants me dead.
It's a city of angels, T. You don't want to be one of them?
Jake, please, I'm asking you as a friend. I'm begging you. Look, I know it's been a while.
6 years.
But you're the only guy I can turn to. The only guy I can trust.
That's your own funeral.
Come on, Jake. You're the best there is.
Best there was.
All I'm asking for is a little snooping around, you know? Some protection till things blow over.
You're paranoid, T. You were always paranoid.
Oh, it's different this time, Jake. I've seen people follow me home from work. In my windows, going through my mail. I'll pay you, Jake. I'll pay you well. What? You know I'm good for it.
Can't do it.
Why not?
I promised myself. Promised myself I'd never go back.
Back where?
Alphabetville.
For God's sake, Jake, that was 6 years ago.
Not to me, it wasn't.
Jake, I need you right now.
Need me? Where were you when I needed you 6 years ago, huh? Where were you when I was on the force?
Jake, that was
We were partners, T. Partners.
Times were tough. I
You
knew
sold
that.
me out. Cost me everything I had. My job, my wife, my complete collection of Sophie's Choice action figures. Now you come crawling back in here expecting me to follow up on your paranoid whims so you can forget it till you're taking the fall.
Jake, please, just hear me out.
I'm not hearing you out or your crooked schemes. You got yourself mixed up with some faulty predication or intransitive verb, and I'll have none of it here. None of it.
No, Jake, you're gonna kill me.
Not the man I used to be.
I guess I came to the wrong place.
Everywhere is the wrong place. I awoke the next morning to the droning of a radio I'd forgotten to turn off. My ears were ringing and my head felt like a small piñata. That didn't stop me from hearing the morning news. T had disappeared. The world woke up and T was gone. Most of the changes were harmless. Carts turned to cars. Tracks turned to racks. Pints became pins. Other changes were more devastating. Wall Street crashed when no one wanted to trade socks and bonds. The Queen of Spain refused to fund Columbus' voyage when she learned that the Earth was no longer a planet, but just a plane. Political candidates changed their platforms.
Read my lips. No new
axes. The Wild West grew wilder as trappers became...
I'm telling you, fool, and I live in the woods. Sometimes I hang with my boys in the hood. Rapping and scrapping is what I do best. I am the creator of the Wild Wild West.
Yeah, I'm a rebel, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
An ancient religion.
Hi, Vane. I'm Roger Rabbi.
Right. For once, his paranoid premonitions had been more than frightful fantasy. And like it or not, I had sent him screaming to his doom. Before I could stop myself, I was leaping into my 1935 Cadillac Seville and burning rubber all the way to T's address. But I arrived only to find the house bandaged in yellow tape, swarming with police. My worst fears had been consummated. T was dead.
Morning, Jake. Guess you heard.
Nice to see you, Harry. What's your corrupt boss paying you these days?
I know this must be hard for you, Jake. T being your partner and all, but
Ex-partner.
why don't you let us big boys take care of it?
Yeah, I've seen the way you guys take care of things, Harry.
Well, well, well. If it ain't our old friend Detective Webster. So, how's it going, Detective? What are you thinking about rejoining the force, or you still recovering from that inverted sentence incident?
Figured you'd have things under control here, Magistrate. Explains the fly.
Hey! That's Mr. Magistrate to you.
You mind if I see the body, Harry?
Oh, that won't be necessary, Jake. Everything's under control here. You can read about it in tonight's paper. When it's solved.
When it's solved.
I was about to return to my 1935 Cadillac Seville to form Plan B when I heard a harsh psst coming from the bushes. You talking to me?
No, I'm talking to the other guy in the cheap suit. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
You talking to me?
I got some information for you. Meet me tonight, 11:30 at the Capitol letter.
Hey, wait, how will I know? But he was gone. Like nail polish remover at a detox clinic. I arrived early at the Capitol letter. A popular hangout for pronouns, prepositions, and other local lowlifes. Anyone looking for a quick contraction or a misplaced modifier would most likely find it here. I ordered a whiskey. Settled back to work a word jumble and listened to the house band. Jesus! And the 12 apostrophes.
I don't need no adverb, I don't need no noun. I don't need nobody else when I got you around.
It was her voice that first grabbed me. Staring at me like dentures in a jelly donut. The kind of voice that sends chills down a fella's back, makes his hair stand on end, makes his loins ache with a primal longing. A longing you haven't felt since your first gym class physical. Your jockeys with some strange man telling you to turn your head. Cough. A voice like that could belong to only one letter. The letter E.
I've had so many lovers just for one night, like Melville, Aesop, Socrates, and even Stroke and Wine.
I heard stories about E. People said she got around. Rumor had it she'd been used more than any letter in the alphabet.
Oh yeah, oh babe, I get around. Oh baby, I get around. I get around.
You're welcome. Give me a spritz. looking for me?
Depends. I don't work with strangers.
Call me Q. So you want to know who Ice-T?
You know who done
I
it?
don't know nothing. Go to this address. Ask for a guy named Di. He's the one you're looking for.
Q, wait!
You never saw me!
There was something funny about Q. He was hiding more secrets than a priest at a Cub Scouts convention.
Excuse me, detective. Do you have the time?
Yeah, it's about...
From me, detective. Do you have some time?
That's all I got.
Saw you talking to Mr. Q.
What of it?
Good conversation.
You know Mr. Q?
We have some mutual friends.
I hear you've had a lot of mutual friends.
He didn't mention anyone.
Such as?
I'm not interested in games, detective. I'm interested in answers.
Oh yeah, what are the questions?
Questions that are
And if I'm not willing to pay?
We all pay, detective. One way or another.
Wait!
Beware of Mr. Q, detective. He's dangerous.
I showed up bright and early at the address Q had given me. It was an apartment complex overlooking the sea on Exclamation Point. And I was surprised to see it was still standing, with turrets and tunnels jutting from every nook and cranny. I's apartment was on the second floor. As I mounted the rickety steps, I could hear the building creaking like my grandfather's left knee. The door to I's apartment stood open a crack, so I knocked to be polite. Hello? Anybody here? Mr. I? It was I! A 6-inch Gerber Bowie knife sticking out of his back like a toothpick through a club sandwich. The blood was still wet, like ketchup on a side of fries. Come on out, tough guy, the party's over! If you can hear me, I'm your friend. Come out now and you may stand a chance. Look, we've all had the urge to snap, go a little crazy, blow off some steam. Even I sometimes need a break. Murder's not the answer. Gardening, perhaps. Bird watching. Maybe even an occasional frolic in silk panties with an old Paul Anka album. But killing! And that's when I saw it. Dear you, I can only say that I love you with all my heart and soul. But I see now that you've left me for another lover. You crossed me, you, and you should never cross an I. Yours, I. Cute. Hello, Sheriff's Department. Yeah, I'd like to report a murder. Mr. I has been stabbed. That's right. 316, exclamation point. You could call me a friend. Moments later, I arrived at the address on Aya's letter. The house was dark, perhaps deserted, so I approached cautiously and pretended to knock.
Who is it?
A friend!
What kind of friend?
The kind with a gun. Now open up!
You. How'd you find me?
I was looking for somebody else.
Who?
You.
That's what I mean. How'd you find me?
No, you. I was looking for you.
I realize that, but why'd you look here?
You live here?
Of course, but she ain't here right now.
Who?
You.
You live here alone?
Of course, we're married.
Who's married?
Me and you.
You and me are married?
No, I'm married.
To who?
You.
Who lives in this house?
I do with my wife, you. You know, tall, beautiful, all curves, the letter U.
You're married to you?
Why? What have you heard? What have you heard? It ain't safe right now for the both of us. If you want to talk, meet me tonight, 11:30 at the Capitol Letter.
Something didn't smell right. Like bacon at a bar mitzvah. I decided to conceal myself in the hedge and wait till you returned. Nice to see you, lady. We need to talk.
Do I know you?
I'm a friend of your husband's. Let's go for a drive. You don't want to get declawed, do you, kitten? Beat it!
Are you going to tell me what this is all about?
Cool your jets, sweetheart. I know all about you and I.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Put a sock in it, lady. You wanted to end your relationship. I didn't want to. I was obsessed with you, but you'd already left I for another lover.
Oh, no, I.
You're crossed in you, and crossing an I makes only one thing. A T. That's who your new lover was, wasn't it? My old partner, T.
This is ridiculous. Take me home.
You wanted to break things off, but I wouldn't let you. He couldn't bear to think of you as the old tea bag. Drove him crazy, insane. So he offed him, T. Then you, furious with your former flame, decided to exact revenge. And that's precisely what you did a little before noon this morning. You offed him. I, in the study, with the Bowie knife.
He's dead? Oh, God. Oh, God, I didn't mean to hurt him. I swear I didn't.
Now, what do you think a knife in the back would do? Cure a headache?
I didn't kill him, mister. You gotta believe me.
Can I ask you a question?
You gotta believe me, mister. I could never.
You love your husband?
Husband? I used to. At least I thought I did.
And now?
I don't know. I love the attention you gave me. The flowers, the presents, we were best friends. But now, he can't do anything without me. It always has to be. You and you. You and you. You and you. And wherever he goes, there I am tagging along behind him. Acting quaint, quirky, quixotic.
Does he ever become quarrelsome?
Are you kidding? Treats me like a queen. That's the problem. I have qualms of guilt if I don't go along. I wish you would just quit.
We arrived back at Yu's house. The sun was sinking in the horizon, and I wanted to get Yu home before Q grew suspicious. You've been a big help. Thank you.
Please believe me, mister. I'm just a vow. I only want to be loved.
And she was gone. Like creme brulee at a Weight Watchers meeting. 11:30 rolled in faster than Bob Packwood at a cheerleaders rally. Q hadn't arrived yet, so I settled back with a whiskey and a word jumble.
I got my rosé, my bartlets, and my Webster's the only dictionary I'm missing is you. Oh baby, how I get around.
I can't stay long. They may be watching.
Who?
Anybody. I don't like to be watched. So you got any news?
As a matter of fact, I do. I found a letter I had written.
To whom?
To you.
To me?
To you.
You wrote the letter?
I wrote the letter.
You wrote me a letter?
I wrote you a letter.
Right.
Right.
What did it say?
What did what say?
The letter you wrote.
You didn't write the letter.
I know I didn't write the letter. If I wrote the letter, I wouldn't ask you what it said.
I never said you wrote the letter.
You specifically said I wrote the letter.
I did write the letter.
To who?
To you.
To me?
To you. Right.
So you're gonna tell me what it said?
The letter?
That you wrote.
That I wrote.
To me.
To you. Why would I write you a letter?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I'm trying to tell you, I wrote you a letter.
What did it, well, what did you do with it, huh?
Nothing.
Why not?
Because I never mailed it.
You never mailed it?
Of course not. I wrote it, I should mail it.
And then you found it?
That's right.
After you had written it.
After I had written it.
How could you find your own letter? Didn't you know that you were writing it?
Of course I knew I was writing it.
Then why didn't you mail it?
Because I never sent it.
Who wrote the letter, huh?
I did.
And who was the letter written to?
To you.
And what did you say in the letter?
Nothing.
Nothing?
You didn't write the letter, I did.
That's what I'm talking about! Just tell me, please. What did the letter say?
It was a love letter.
A love letter?
I wrote you a love letter.
My God.
I'm sorry you had to find out like this.
Detective, I'm shocked, I'm flattered. But, we barely have had enough time to get acquainted.
Look, these things happen. I don't know how. People get bored, they want some adventure. Right. You and I. I wanted you with a burning passion of 1,000 raging fires. I could not be quenched.
Detective, I don't know what to say. Thanks. Well, what is it you want?
Personally, I want to chain you to a wall and throw away the key.
Sounds kinky. But wouldn't you rather date first?
A smart, headstrong person like you sees something desirable and goes for it. There's no questioning, no wondering, no dating. People like you spontaneously combust in their own furious desire.
Oh, Detective, no one's ever talked to me that way before.
I'm sure no one's had to. Of course, this makes you a key witness.
Me? Why?
Not you. Your wife. Your wife and I were having an affair.
You what?
That's right. I was having an affair with your wife.
Detective, after all, we've met to each other.
Right.
Cabrón, pinche, wait.
I loved her. Perhaps too much, but I loved her nonetheless.
You come into this joint, you grease me up, put the moves on me, and then you tell me you're having an affair with my wife? What do you take me for? Some kind of idiom? Cabrón, pinche grabado.
Good evening, Detective.
Don't I know you?
I don't know. Do you?
You? Have you been listening
Don't
to...
worry, Detective. I'm not who you think I am. I'm Yu's twin sister. W.
What do you want with me?
It's my sister. I think Q may try to kill her.
Are you kidding? He was more harmless than Stephen Hawking in a chicken fight.
My sister and I used to be close, Detective. We shared everything. Clothes, money, men. We double dated the Marx brothers.
Groucho and Harpo?
Question in quotation. Then Q came along with all his boyish charm. But he didn't want you. He wanted our father's money.
Who was your father?
It's a steamy story, Detective. A sordid saga of sex and scandal. Our saintly sire is the letter S.
S. The silent star of the silver screen?
The same. And our father, S, he's left you and me all his money. This is what Q had his eye on, not my sister's heart.
But why would he kill T and I?
Because you see, my father's dying. Cancer.
Sorry.
Cancer of the colon. Semicolon, actually. And every time you text a lover.
Q sees it as a threat to his inheritance.
Exactly.
Hey, W. You're okay. I owe you one.
Swell.
The pieces of the puzzle were starting to fall together, so I decided to head home. As I neared the door to my townhouse, I sensed that something was amiss. I pulled my piece and entered softly. My fingers twitching on the trigger, looking correctly. My hands searching desperately for the...
That you, cowboy? Careful where you point that thing, darling. Most men shoot before they're ready.
Beat it, sweetheart. I got things to do.
That's why I'm here. Nothing to do.
Is there something I can help you with, Mizzy?
I don't know. Is there?
You tell me.
Peaceful, isn't it?
What?
Alphabet Bill.
There's nothing peaceful about Alphabet Bill.
Is that why you left?
Say, how did you know
I
that?
know lots of things. Detective.
What else do you know?
I know that you and W wanted the soul Anastasis fortune.
What makes you so sure?
Do you know the letter Y?
Should I?
Let's just say she has some inside information.
Who is she?
Just another vowel.
Who is she? What does she
I
know?
told you, she's a vowel.
I want to know who she is, damn it, and don't tell me.
She's a vowel.
I want the truth.
She's a consonant. She's a vowel. She's a consonant and a vowel.
Who is she?
She's my daughter. S and I, we
Conjugated? S seems to be the man of the hour tonight.
I know I don't have the best reputation, Detective, and maybe some of it's deserved, but all I ever wanted was a little love. There's so little love in the world. Do you know what that's like, Detective? To go through the world without love?
You tell me.
What S and I shared may not have been much, but for a few brief hours it was something. Even an illusion can bring you happiness, Detective. I was born, I wanted to get married, but S wouldn't hear of it. Fortunately, he realized there would never be much of a life for little Y. He rewrote his will, leaving half his fortune to our daughter.
And Q knows this?
I don't know. Maybe he's crazy enough to kill her anyway.
Where is she now? Why?
I don't know. S is heading her away from me. If Q finds her before I do,
You want me to find your daughter?
she's all I've got.
I'll see what I can do. I'm sorry about this.
No, it's okay.
Hey, call me Jake.
Thanks. Jake.
It was nearly 3. There was something I had to do. S's house was dark when I arrived. Knowing S, he probably wasn't asleep. S! S, I know you're in there! But I would have to wait a little while longer.
Oh! Been asking a lot of questions, Detective.
Yeah, people are getting nervous.
Don't like you poking around in their business.
So, what do you say you mind your P's and Q's?
And we won't have no more trouble.
You got that, detective? No more trouble.
Okay, fine.
Well, well, well. Ain't this a surprise?
Come on, Jake, wake up.
So how are you gonna explain this one, detective? Lover's quarrel?
Oh, good to see you again, magistrate. I hear you and the cockroaches are still holding out on evolution.
Hey! That's Mr. Magistrate to you.
You better talk, Jake. Either here or downtown.
Downtown?
Yeah, what'd you think? We'd get some room service and I'll let you go?
Come on, Jake, we need some answers.
Answers? I was attacked!
Sure you were! Before or after you whacked the old man?
Now, don't make this harder on yourself, Jake. Cooperate now, you may get out in 10 years, 15 tops.
10 years. Oh man, what's going on here?
We found the body.
Right before we found yours.
What do you guys think? I iced the old man and just settled in for a nap?
You've been ready to crack for years, Webster. Everyone in Alphabetville knew you hated half the letters. Harry, lock him up. This case is closed.
Harry! Harry! I know who did this. I can give him to you on a silver platter.
Sorry, Jake, I got orders.
Orders? Is that what this is about? Orders? Whatever happened to justice? Go!
I'll give you an hour. 1 hour, Jake, and if you're not back in City Hall by then, I'll have to bring you in.
I hadn't a moment to lose. I leaped into my 1935 Cadillac, my tires squealing like John Holmes at a bris. The news of S's death had already hit the streets. Wall Street erupted into bedlam when brokers' shares turned to hares and hopped off to New Jersey. And the world of mathematics dissolved into chaos when someone discovered that 7 was actually an even number. Ireland endured a bout of bad luck as shamrocks morphed into petrified pork.
Top of the morning. Ham rock, anyone?
And the Jews returned to the Pharaoh when Moses was instantly transformed into Mo.
Thou shalt not kill.
Hey, Mo! Shout too!
Shalt not.
Come on out! I know you're in there! You murdered him, didn't you? You murdered all of them.
I didn't do it, I swear.
You what's all the racket?
It's right here, honey.
I want the truth. You've been waiting years to get your hands on U's inheritance. But when S didn't die and you took a lover, you decided to eliminate your competition, taking out T and I. Once they were out of the way, you went for S, knowing that once the money was used, the only thing left to do was...
No, it's not true. I admit I wanted them dead, all of them. I loved my wife. I'm crazy about her. And I was insanely jealous of her lovers. When I heard about T's death, I tried to pin it on I in hopes of destroying her affairs. But I would never murder them. They may have wanted his money, but not enough to kill him. I love that man. Loved him like a father.
Is that why you've been aiming to knock off his daughter?
Uncle Q? What's going on?
S asked me to take care of Y because E wasn't a suitable mother. Go play, Pumpkin.
Why?
I raised her like she was my own, detective. You gotta believe me. You gotta.
Nice try, Q. But you're taking the fall. I'll come back for the girl.
But I'm innocent, I tell you, innocent.
Explain it to the DA. Maybe he'll compound your sentence. It was 9:30 that night. Q was in jail and I was relaxing at the Capitol Letter with a whiskey and a new book of word jumbles. He had the night off and the room was strangely quiet. Normally I would have enjoyed closing a case, but tonight something was nagging at me. I couldn't put my finger on what it was. And then it hit me. I looked at my word jumble. In the margins I scribbled the letters of the assassinated letters. T, I, S. I looked at the letters. I looked at the jumble. And suddenly it all made sense. I knew where I had to be, and I knew I was already late. The road whizzed beneath my tires. Trees dissolved into a green blur. Moments later, I stared up at the monolith looming before me. City Hall. The door was ajar, and the darkness was thicker than Ted Danson's toupee. Come on out! The jig is up!
Well, well, well. Detective Webster, this is surprise.
It's all over, Mr. Magistrate.
What's all
This murderous little scheme of yours.
Murderous little scheme.
You underestimate me, Mr. Magistrate.
Detective, I would ask...
I'm an avid solver of both mysteries and word jumbles. Remove the letters T, I, S, and E from the words Mr. Magistrate, and what do you have?
Murmur-graw.
Unscramble the letters, and what do you have? G-R-A-M-M-A-R. Grammar. So where is she, Mr. Magistrate?
I don't know who you're referring to, Detective.
E. I'm referring to E.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. One wrong move and I push this button.
What is it?
This is my secret weapon.
It was E. Dangling like a participle above a boiling bowl of alphabet soup.
Welcome, Detective, to the final stages of my master plan. I've saved my most sensational murder for last. Celebration of sorts. If I push this button, Detective, E will plunge into the vat, sealing her fate and clenching my triumph. Bet you're singing now, aren't you, sweetheart? Now, Detective, I want you to put the gun down slowly. Don't make me push this button, Detective. Detective, do it! Good. Now kick it away. Further! Oh, for Christ's sake! Very nice. And now, Detective, you shall be the sole witness to the climax of my master plan.
Wait! I've got one question, Mr. Magistrate. Why?
Excuse me?
Why did do it?
Why? Why does anybody do anything, Detective? Power! admiration, respect.
You've got power, Mr. Magistrate. You've got admiration and respect. You are a government official.
Detective, you poor ignorant man, you know nothing of power. You want to hear about power? I'll tell you about power. Imagine a young boy sitting in the front steps of his home waiting for his father to come home. Every day the little boy waits, and every day his father crosses the street with an enormous smile and outstretched arms. But on this particular day, detective, that smile never comes because as the father scampers across the street, he forgets to look both ways. The little boy sees it coming, but he can only watch in terror as his father is mowed down, flattened by a run-on sentence. You know who that boy was, detective? Me. That boy was me. And from that day on, detective, I promised myself never to sit on the sidelines again, a helpless observer. My life became an endless quest for power, the search for ultimate control. To be magistrate is not enough. To be mayor is not enough. To be king is not enough. I want to be untouchable, indestructible, omnipotent. I want to control the minds of men and manipulate them and bend them to my will, and there's only one way to do that, detective, one way. To become grammar itself. Imagine it. People can only use words that I create, express thoughts that I want expressed. If I can control grammar, detective, I can control anything. Anything, detective. Anything!
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Shit!
I heard the whole thing from the hall. I never liked him very much anyway. Thought he went overboard with that whole I before E business. Except after C, asshole! Hold me, Jake! It's gonna be okay, Harry. It's gonna be okay. So, another case was polished off like stale beer at an Irish wake. Kid was released, and he and you spent the rest of their days quibbling querulously in a Quonset hut. The position of magistrate was eliminated, and the sheriff was promoted to independent clause. Meanwhile, I reaped my own rewards.
There's only one man for me. He kisses me good, the songs in mystery.
Sure, I used to say he was cheap, loose, easy, used goods, other men's trash, smelly garbage, junk food, day-old vomit.
That's enough, Jake.
But I was wrong. After all, without E, we'd have no hope. Without E, we'd have no peace. Most of all, without E, we'd have no love.
We get around. Oh, baby, we get around.
Yeah. That's totally true. We totally have to, like, I kept it free. Kept it completely free.
Let's get up kind of early and breakfast and like.
Okay, all right.
It's very weird.
Just pack it all. You have to leave it soon.
It's 10th week Saturday.
Okay, we'll pack it all in.
10th week
Wait,
Saturday.
okay, let's go.
Right in between. There's nothing else going
You know, I
on.
can't leave. I have to come back
There's
here.
a play before and a play
Oh,
after.
that's perfect.